I had thought about it and stuff. And then at the time, I didn't have any offers. I believe a couple other schools offered me. So I only left high school with 4 offers. So South Carolina offered me, ECU offered me, NC State offered me, and North Carolina literally offered me after my senior year high school game. UNC did some fluke. They was just on a whole nother. They was weird,
same bro.
Trust me,
they did the wheel. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they didn't know how to recruit because I wanted to go there. So so after my senior, I was been committed my whole senior year to South Carolina. And then UNC after my state game, which is the last game, they was like, you got an offer to come here, right? I'm like, nah, I ain't. And plus some whole other stuff went down with North Carolina, so I kind of scrapped them off my list. So I didn't even want to go there at that time. So South Carolina, obviously that was my that's where I wanted to go at the time. I wanted to play in the SEC. I wanted to test that division out, and I kind of wanted to get away from home a little bit. But close enough, but far away enough where I could be on my own and do what I got to do. So. That was kind of my whole thought process. And then, I liked Coach Spurrier and the defensive staff that was there at the time.
Okay.
Hey, Will, tell our fans a brief, your story about UNC and, kind of how that went down. Just briefly.
So the reason I just, had that asthma attack over here when he said that UNC did something wrong with him was because I was actually a huge fan of University of North Carolina. I was always a Duke basketball fan, but when it came to University of North Carolina football, I could have – if you would have asked me where I wanted to go play football at up until my junior year, I would have told you the University of North Carolina. And I had multiple offers, Florida State, I had Miami. I had a lot of big offers on the table, And UNC actually comes to my school and talks to his father, Cody's father, Coach Purdue, and he's our offensive coordinator at the time. And they come and talk to him, and they're like, "Yeah, hey, we want to offer Will a scholarship, but could y'all work him? Could we work him out first?" So they pretty much was remind you, bro, I got scholarships from Florida State at the time. Clemson's looking at me, Miami,
Auburn,
UVA, Auburn, Vatech, all these schools looking at me, and they all didn't offer me, and y'all want me to work out for y'all, bro? And I've been coming to y'all school on games the last past 2 years in high school. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what it was. I had gained a little bit of weight, but my film never changed, bro. You feel me? I still played basketball. I was still smooth on my feet and everything, bro. They wanted me to work out for them. But, yeah, bro, that's what he was telling me to explain, though. They really tried me on some stuff, bro. Y'all want me to work out for y'all? I got offers from everybody in the country. Y'all want me to work out for UNC Chapel Hill? Excuse my French, but dang, I was already a Duke fan. Dang, UNC,
Yeah, they on some other stuff. They messed everything up.
What was the O-line coach that was there, bro? I loved him to death, though, Cody. What was his name?
Coach Cap, right?
Yeah, Coach Cap. Yeah, that's who it was. Yep.
Yeah, he's at Michigan State now.
Did he go to, after UNC, did he go to Tennessee, or was that West Virginia he went to?
I'm not sure. I want
to say it was West Virginia.
I know he was at Colorado State, and now he's at Michigan State too.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is, though, bro. So, since you was talking about South Carolina and everything, did you play with AJ Can, bro?
Yeah, I play with AJ.
You play with AJ, bro? I just thought about that. Yeah. That's my guy, bro. That's my guy. Yeah, it's crazy because we're supposed to be getting him on a pod coming up here soon. But, yeah, AJ's my guy, bro. I had to ask you about that. How is AJ, bro? How is AJ? Goofy as hell, ain't he?
Yeah, he goofy. He crazy. He a clown. He cool. I like AJ. He
super cool dude, bro. Super humble guy, bro. Hey, look, it's crazy. I'm going to tell you my funniest moment with AJ so far. We in the locker room. When that song Hot came out, and he come out, yeah. Hey, yo, I was walking around the locker room. I just walking around the locker room just saying that. I'm like, ooh. Hey, AJ was like, bro, what the hell is you talking about? I'm like, AJ, I'm telling you, bro, you got to listen to this song, dog. And then I played him the song. And next thing you know, I hear AJ walking around the locker room ooh.
Yeah, AJ cool people.
Super cool people, though, bro. Super cool.
So, Coop, you went down to South Carolina as an athlete, like a DB, right? And then
I went there. Yeah, I went there as a DB. Yeah, I went there as a DB. Yeah.
Talk about that for us.
Yeah, so when they originally offered me, Coach Ward was on the phone, the defensive coordinator. He's like, yeah, we'll offer you defensive back. And that's what I was in high school. I played quarterback my senior year, and then safety. So most schools wanted me for defensive back or athlete. They was kind of like going to go back and forth. And then so I got to school. I got to South Carolina. So we had, what's it called, training camp or whatever it is in college.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably on and Coach Sperry at the time, he came to my high school and he wanted me to play offense. So I still wanted to play defense, so they was like, all right, we'll test you out when you get here. Yeah. So I went to defense. So I was literally on the defensive side of the ball for probably, I'd probably say 2 weeks of camp my freshman year in college. I was probably on defense for 2 weeks of camp. And I was still catching punts at the time because I was a punt returner too. So I was catching punts and stuff. So I wasn't getting any reps with with the ones or the twos. The defensive back coach had me with the threes. He put me at cornerback. I don't play cornerback. I play safety. I was like a ball hog. I stayed in the middle of the field, so I never played corner in my life. And he put me there. So first, that was the wrong thing to do because I don't even play corner. So then we getting closer to when the season starts, and I asked coach what's the chance? Am I going to play defense this year? He was like, nah, honestly, we'll probably redshirt you, or you probably won't be able to play defense. You ain't gonna get no burn this year. So I said, all right, cool, and I'm going to offense. So literally after that team meeting, the next meeting, I was on the offensive side of the ball, and that was kind of pretty much how I went. I was playing receiver the next day, rotating in with the twos, and then I played quarterback in high school, so they put a Wildcat package in for me. And then once they seen I was in the Wildcat package, they knew I could throw. So my freshman year, I pretty much did Wildcat and stuff. And then after that, just kind of took off from there, and I started, and it just kind of blew up from there.
Bro, I'm looking at your stats. I'm wondering, I'm like, how did my man have 2 passing touchdowns? And they just said it like it was a normal thing. I'm looking at your stats. I'm like, so he had 2 passing touchdowns this year. I'm like, what? And then you just told me about the Wildcat. I'm like, okay, I'm hip now. I got you.
Yes. So it was all Wildcat stuff. Yeah, it was all wild because I was throwing the ball, and it was Coach Sperry. He got a crazy offensive mind. So I was playing Wildcat quarterback, throwing the ball, running the ball, and doing punt return and kick return at the time. So that's how my whole freshman year went.
He was out there like my boy Jacoby Myers. They used to do a lot of that stuff with Jacoby Myers because, he used to be a quarterback, Cody. If you don't know who this is, Coop, this is one of my boys I played with at State. He now plays for the Patriots. He a receiver for the Patriots, actually, a slot receiver. And he in college, he came into NC State as a quarterback, and they switched him to receiver. And, they would throw him in a Wildcat package, put Jacoby back there. And not only is he a quarterback, but he a scramble first quarterback too. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of those stuff that we did with him.
So then, we were looking you up too, and I knew about it because I'm a Florida fan, so I'm familiar with the SEC. You were 2-time All SEC first team, and then an All American. And for people who don't really know how difficult that is to do
in the SEC,
in the best league in college football,
no doubt,
it's unreal.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Yes, that's definitely something that a lot of people can't say that they've done. In the SEC, y'all have so much talent,
so many good defenses.
Many good defenses. And that's what makes, and to be honest, that's what sets y'all up apart coming into the league is y'all have all these receivers who are used to going against these fast defenders. And I feel like that's a huge difference. The ACC is getting there, but the SEC been like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what some people don't understand for sure.
Yeah, they'll tell you the SEC tests you every Saturday. So it definitely helped me get ready for the NFL life, playing against a lot of those guys out there.
So you talked about him a little bit. Talk about what it was like playing for the legend, Steve Spurrier. What's a funny Steve Spurrier story you can share with us?
I don't know, man. Spurrier's crazy. That's my guy, though. That was my guy. Spurrier's my guy. So, he's just cool, man. He's sarcastic. Some people, he can rub you the wrong way. If, from some people, depending on who you are. He gonna get on your ass. You see something on film he don't like, or like, what you doing? Like, he'll, pause the, film in front of everybody, ask you,
get the little pointer out, bro.
Yeah, to ask you, what are you doing here? Yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, some people didn't like that. And so he'll call you out. And so he was a little, like, sarcastic, man. So, I mean, you had to take it with a grain of salt. But it was great playing for him. He utilized me in every way he could. He loved me. Like, he treated me well. It was good playing for him at the time when I was there with him. So, I'll always be thankful for him, for what he did for me.
That's dope, bro.
So, Coop, you touched on being a punt returner. So we've actually had two like really good return men on so far, like Naheem Hines for the Colts, and then Brandon Tate, who holds the Bengals like punt return yards record and stuff. Talk about like what separates a good returner from a great returner, and just that mindset you got to have back there in general.
First you got to being a punt returner, you got to catch the ball. I mean, that's the first and foremost thing. You got to be able to, set your feet, judge where that ball's going to land, as well as keeping your eyes on where those gunners are coming from, seeing how much room you have. So, really just being back there, being comfortable, catching the ball, whether it's on your left, right, down the middle, over the shoulder, And I played baseball growing up, so that's kind of what made me a good punt returner. I can track the ball, wherever it's at. But really being a good punt returner, the difference is, really just being so decisive, man, and hitting, putting your foot in the ground and getting north and south. That's kind of the main thing. It's rare you see, punt return touchdowns, go to the house, east and west. Unless you like Tyreek Hill where he just run around everybody. But, more than likely, you just got to be, decisive, and you got to know how to put that foot in the ground and get vertical and make that first man miss. That's kind of the main thing. You always got to make that first man miss. So if your people know they get beat by a step or two, they can trust you to make that first man miss, and they can turn to the next level and get that block. So, that's kind of the main thing, putting that foot in the ground, getting north and south, and, hitting that hole as fast as you can, honestly.
Yeah,
because in the NFL, these holes close fast, so you gotta be decisive and hit it at some point when you playing back there.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was gonna say. I can see how like indecisiveness could slow you up as a punt returner, because I mean, just as an offensive lineman, it looks like it's moving slow when you're watching it on TV, but when you're out there on the field, like everything is coming fast. Like they might be in a formation where they're not blitzing, and the next thing you know, a linebacker switches up, and now you got a blitz coming. You got to know how to pick it up, So I can just imagine having to not only track the ball, having to track two people that are running not two people, but 10 other people. I won't even count the punter, but 10 other people that's coming running towards you, track the ball, catch it, and then be able to have the awareness and the agility to be able to find them and juke people and get away. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that's with it. So I can see how indecisiveness could stop you. But like you said, catching the ball is the biggest part. I guess a lot of people overlook too. And I feel like I would struggle with the most, bro, is just like finding the ball and catching it with it. Like, especially on punts, I feel like kickoff, I feel like you got a lot more time and stuff like that. But on punts, it's like sometimes you'll have time and then sometimes you won't. So just being able to judge, like I guess judgment will be another thing, right, bro?
Yeah, judging the ball based on if you can catch it or if you need a fair catch it. It really depends on how confident you are as far as catching it and making your first move. Some people not as confident. If I see a dude, 3-4 yards, I'm going to catch it quick and make a quick move because I'm so comfortable doing it. It done got so repetitive. It's just, it's just another play in my mind, like catch and go. But, like, if he's literally, like, in my face and the ball still comes down and I'll fair catch. But other than that, it's going to be rare for me to fair catch if he's at least, like, 3 or 4 yards, because I can make him miss because he's running full speed. It's going to be hard for him to break down. Yeah. From running full speed, all I got to do is go left or right. So, I mean. Okay. So a question. Got being comfortable. Yeah.
So a question that I would have for you, and I'm pretty sure our fans would like to know too, is just like, is that your decision, bro? Like when that ball's coming, like, is that your decision to decide, like, okay, if he's such and such feet away from me, I'm taking off with it? Or is that the special teams coach to say, like, hey, if he's this close, or is it about game plan? How does that work?
Nah, that's all the punt returner's decision. It's all the punt returner's decision. I mean, And that's the thing. Your special teams coordinator, you know, the way you bond and stuff with them, they trust you back there. You know, I've always been cool with all my special teams coordinators, so they trust me to be back there and do what I got to do. So, but once you back there, I mean, coaches ain't playing no more, so that's all on you. So, you make a mistake, that's on you, and then the next man up. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
it's really on you. So you just got to be smart back. That's the main. You got to be smart back there.